This is probably going to be one of the most important Hbar videos that you watch if you hold Hbar. Welcome to the channel, everyone. My name is Nick. For those that are new to the channel, hopefully by the end of this video, you do become a subscriber. If we go back in time to July of last year, there was a document that I shared on X, and it was titled Blockchain's Next Billion Users and Trillions in Value, report from Citibank themselves. The key to mass adoption is use without even knowing it. Back-end infrastructure technology. Direct quote from Citibank themselves. They even outline the steps to mass adoption and estimate that within the next 6 to 8 years, we could see this happen. They see mass adoption happening from CBDCs, tokenized assets, and gaming and social media-based payments. I want you all to realize that we are on the brink of a huge shift. I've focused heavily on these altcoins, you name it, over the course of the last few years. The reason for this is because of what's coming to the space in the next few years. The future is extremely bright for the space, and we are still so damn early. Hello, future millionaires and billionaires. I strongly encourage everyone to join the free Discord. There's going to be a link at the top of the description below. This is one of the most valuable and informative Discords out there, and it's completely free. There's a free side that has a ton of free crypto gems, free market strategies, guides, market trends, free charts, and there's also going to be new cheat sheets dropped in this Discord. And already, we have a ton of testimonials from members of the Discord that have been absolutely loving it. So what are you waiting for? Go and click the link at the top of the description below and join the free Discord. Now, within this document, we have the Metaverse Blockchain is a back-end infrastructure technology without a prominent consumer interface, making it harder to visibly see how it could be innovative. And they're actually saying, unlike automobiles or more recent innovations like ChatGPT or even the Metaverse, blockchain is back-end infrastructure technology. So you don't really see it. It's technology that people will be utilizing without even knowing it. But we believe that we are approaching an inflection point where the promised potential of blockchain will be realized and measured in billions of users and trillions of dollars in value. Successful adoption will be when blockchain has a billion plus users who do not even realize they're using the technology. This is likely to be driven by the adoption of central bank digital currencies by large central banks, as well as tokenized assets in gaming and blockchain-based payments on social media. By 2030, up to 5 trillion of CBDCs could be circulating in major economies in the world, half of which would be linked to DLT. Tokenization of financial and real-world assets could be the killer use case driving blockchain's breakthrough, with tokenization expected to grow by a factor of 80x in private markets and reach up to almost 4 trillion in value by 2030. Now, over here, we have to successfully be adopted into the mainstream. Blockchain needs the help of technology enablers, including decentralized digital identities, zero-knowledge proofs, oracles, and secure bridges. Now, we're starting to see that become a reality. And they even mention, actually, the legal plumbing also needs to be altered to enable smart legal contracts that will provide a whole new set of rails for global commerce and finance to run on. So regulations still need to be there, right? But as we really focus on this, what are key areas that people love around, TradFi and the traditional world in terms of like Web 2? Well, we know that they love sports. We know that they love social media based, applications like Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, things like that. That's the target point. Now, recently, a project that utilizes Hedera, Karate Combat, has been killing it. We can see here participation. The future of combat sports is on Hedera. Nearly 120,000 unique Hedera accounts participated in Karate Combat, up only gaming at KC47. Now we have from Only LARPing, this is a full breakdown of some stats behind karate. We have open sourcing a little update presentation I put together on Karate Combat this week. So 5 million plus followers, 20 plus million views per event, 200 million views per month, 49 events in 6 years, global televised distribution, 100 fighters on exclusive contracts, some great announcers, and then 50 million invested. Then they break down the actual token. The number one thing that I'm looking at is over 117,000 users, growing 50% month over month, which is very significant. Now, we have unique up-only gaming players per event. So here we have the overall gaming players, 120,000. Here's karate played per event as well. I mean, this is very significant. And then we also have Caxy is the UFC for the next generation. Here we have it. Zero paywall, fast action rule set, S tier 3D visual effects, Web3 native as well. And honestly, as we really look at this, I mean, it could be just as big as UFC. You guys know me, I'm a big UFC fan, but as we look at what's going on here, they are absolutely killing it. They are growing so fast. It's the first major sport with zero paywall. The viewership is growing at a massive rate. 49.4 million broadcast digital views, 1.3 million plus concurrent peak broadcast views, 150 million social impressions. And this was just at Karate Combat 45. We have the biggest opportunity in sports. Fans are 60% more likely to watch a game if they have a stake in the outcome. 83% of Gen Z say sports betting makes them more likely fans. 39% of males aged 20 to 38 say sports are only interesting when betting is involved. And then we also have first sport governed and gamified by crypto. A state-of-the-art consumer crypto UX. By the way, this is what the UX actually looks like. Very solid UX. We also have down here the state-of-the-art consumer crypto UX. Again, just kind of showing you guys some of the insights behind it, what it looks like. I mean, it's one of the most solid applications in this space. And we also have the token utility, June 2024 testimonials, and last but not least, learn more about Karate Combat if you wanted to. But outside of this, right, these stats are no joke. And even if we look at some of the recent events, this goes back to June 28th. This was Karate Combat 47, 5.7 million views. Guys, that is no joke. Also, if we go back to May 30th, Karate Combat 46, 25.5 million views. Karate Combat themselves have over 421,000 followers. This is one of the largest. We're not even just talking about one of the largest use cases on Hedera. It's becoming one of the largest sports out there. In fact, we have over here, with a small fraction of the funding, Karate Combat has, in my opinion, pulled ahead of the PFL and Bellator in awareness. Check the stats below or any socials for comparison. Up Only Gaming. And here we have Karate Combat versus Bellator, even PFL, even bare knuckles fighting. Guys, we are absolutely killing it. Industry rank, country rank, and even global rank. It continues to grow at a rapid pace. This is one of those use cases that could truly harness mass adoption and bring it to the Web3 space. Now, beyond that, if we go over to their website, guys, their website is so solid. Very simple UI. They're absolutely killing the game. And no, this is not sponsored. They're not paying me or anything like that. I'm not incentivized at all. I don't do that on this channel. I'm just looking at this and I'm just really kind of analyzing just how incredible this actually is as a use case and what it could do for the space. Now, beyond this, right, there's another application on Hedera that is doing a very, very similar job, and that is Caxy. They just pushed a huge update. We have a few features that they added: wallet address book, wallet menu improvements, manual face ID setup, memo field when sending crypto. Guys, this is a very solid application as well. Simplifying the end user experience, allowing you to send and receive crypto, NFTs, all within a social media application, essentially. You have a full-on social wallet. And even over here, we have copy and pasting wallet addresses and no more. Texting crypto in Caxy Messenger, texting NFTs in Caxy Messenger as well. Easily send digital assets from one wallet to another with Caxy. And this is what it looks like. Guys, Caxy and these applications on Hedera have the potential to reach mass adoption. If there's any network out there that will bring mass adoption in, I strongly believe that it could be Hedera. They just need to market it better. I honestly think that the Karate Combat marketing, if they really worked with them on marketing, I think that Hedera would absolutely kill the game in terms of actual user base coming into Web3. I mean, just think about the views alone, right? You have 25.5 million and 5.7 million. And then when you actually look at the views per month, I mean, it's insane. Karate Combat is absolutely insane. Now, beyond this, we know that Hedera is fully focused on mass adoption. Even more recently, in this announcement with Hbar Foundation, Stacks, Moonriver, and Ironfish unite to fast-track Web3 interoperability, the first thing that they mention is interoperability is a foundational piece to Web3's mass adoption because it optimizes the UX for everyone from dApp developers to end users. Our collective goal is to make all the benefits of DLT accessible to billions. And that's all through interoperability, making sure that the multi-chain future becomes a reality. And beyond this, we also know Hedera and Algorand ecosystems join forces to form DREC Alliance, enabling mass market decentralized recovery. Within this, we have the building blocks and Bank Social are partnering to develop a new interoperability recovery center, which will dramatically simplify the recovery and adoption of crypto and other assets. As Web3 applications become mainstream, application providers want to make the end user experience seamless, user-friendly, and simple enough to gain widespread adoption by millions worldwide. Today, the experience requires a highly sophisticated user willing to take on the onerous task of securing their online secrets, such as digital assets, accounts, keys, and passwords. And yes, if we think about that, right, the end user experience needs to improve. No more, wallets where you're, putting a massive seed phrase in and you're, typing it out and you're even writing it down to save it, or you're utilizing a cold storage device. Like, we want to simplify everything. Simplifying the technology will be so crucial for all of this. And we won't see mass adoption unless everything is simplified, because everyone that is in crypto has to be extremely sophisticated. But beyond this, think about Hedera. Think about how cheap it is to, transact on Hedera. The reason why this is so important to focus on is because as we think about every user in the world, it needs to be cheap. There's areas out there, third world countries, where people cannot transact on Ethereum or Bitcoin. They can't pay those fees. Every single cent matters. So having a network like Hedera that is extremely low cost to utilize is a big stepping stone for mass adoption. And it doesn't even have to be around applications like social media based, or even, combat sports or sports in general. No, it could be around just DeFi, banking as a service, or decentralized identity, or tokenization, or any single use case. The Web3 ecosystem on Hedera is so substantial. There's 7 pages of use cases on Hedera right now in the Web3 ecosystem space that are building out solid applications, solid use cases. Some of them, questionable, but for the most part, a lot of them are actually building, actually developing. And we know that this is the case because of the developers on Hedera growing at an enormous rate. But this is just a starting point. We still haven't achieved mass adoption. I think less than 5% of the world is even in crypto. And what percentage of that is, duplicated wallets or, dead wallets? Like, to me personally, mass adoption is going to come from specific areas like social media based payments or payments in general, or even just sports. Linking the amount of users behind some of these sports is crazy. I've talked about this in many videos. When you look at like the UFC, the numbers that the UFC has, and when you think about something like Karate Combat could easily catch up. When you involve the end user so much, and Karate Combat does, that is a game changer. That's something that's not in Web 2. Now, we know that the UFC is trying to get into the crypto game, right? They have a few, partnerships with like crypto.com and a few other ones, but they're not extremely end user centric. Karate Combat is. That's what makes this so different. And I think that this is what's going to really kind of push Karate Combat above the rest. And it's already working so far. So just imagine how big this will soon become. I'm very excited to see what happens with Hedera, but so many applications on Hedera have the potential to truly embrace mass adoption of this technology. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe to notifications on because more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. And with that being said, guys, this has been Nick. Thanks for watching. And with that being said, peace out.